Alrighty, so this is the one the neighbor gave me. So it didn't run in years. First thing I noticed, I put this here because I started to look at it a bit. It's missing the bail. So I've just got a pair of vice grips on here so I can pull that, see if it starts. I cleaned the spark plug, hit it with a torch. I always do that. I really don't replace them anymore because they don't go bad. Air filter's disgusting. It's going right in the trash. That's unsalvageable. But I'm gonna hit it with some starting fluid and see if it pops. Should pop. It has oil in it. It's also kind of a pain to hold it. Okay. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Let me tie that bail up somehow because this is too hard to pull. Well, I got a pair of vice grips holding that, so let's see if it pops. Alrighty, the vice grips fell off, but it doesn't matter because it proves that the engine can pop. So let's pull the carb off, see how bad it is. I hit it a little more with a pressure washer because I didn't want to get covered. Should just be like 2 or 3 bolts. Oh, there it is. Getting a little dark out and not the easiest to see. Oh, kind of like everything else here, just covered. I'm gonna clean that a little better just because I don't want to get filthy. And then I'll drop the bowl, see how bad it looks. So right now my goal was get this clean. I'm done with the pressure washer, hopefully. I can drop the bowl and see, you know, how bad is it, and then I'll use judgment to say, well, I need to take the carb off and clean it or not, because if it's spotless in here, I'll probably just hit the jet with a little fluid or maybe some compressed air. But if it's bad, then I'll take the carb off. And I think it's going to be bad. Oh, it's awful. So, looks like that carburetor has to come off. Have to clean everything. All right, so this should be 10 mil. And actually, I'm pretty glad about this because the neighbor offered me his riding lawnmower. He put it away 7 years ago. And from this, I'd say it's a pretty safe bet that that riding mower was put away with gas in it. Not the end of the world, but at least now I have a better idea of how it was put away. So I offered him $200 for it, which I know seems a little low, but by the time I repair it, needs blades or belts, blades. It's been sitting for 7 years. It's kind of a fair price. So, all right, let's see. Oh, yeah, this is disgusting. Let me clean this up. So, cleaned this off, made sure the jets were both clear, cleaned this off, and the jet's this way, and then the jet that way. So hopefully it will run. It'll at least start. I don't have a carb rebuild kit on me right now, But if I need to order one, I need to order one. Definitely need an air filter and the handle, the bail. So we'll see if this works or not. I think probably will. And this is an OEM Briggs carb. That's why, one of the reasons why I cleaned it. I don't mind the aftermarket as much anymore, but you know, if you can get the original one working with 10 minutes of work, little carb spray, the compressor, why spend the money to buy an aftermarket one? And then also, it's usually good to inspect the gasket O-ring there, and it looks good. All right, so should work as long as this carburetor is being okay. There's no reason this shouldn't fire up and idle okay. So let me get some gas in here, put a few things away, and start her up. Well, I decided to throw that cover back on so I could prime it. This doesn't have a choke, and then I zip tied that for now. So let's see, will it start? So it's running. It sounds a little low on the throttle, so I need to take a look at that. Maybe a linkage is caught. I'm just gonna let it run for a few minutes, get the oil nice and hot, and then take another look. Alrighty, well, finished this. I took a look at it this morning, had some good news. Found the bail lever. It fell off when I pressure washed it, so I guess it just popped out on one of these sides. So that's fine. Motor runs fine. So last night when I went to test it, it was overfilled with oil by about 2.5 times. So it was smoking, or just, it didn't sound good. And that's one of the reasons the air filter was absolutely plugged. So emptied that out, put some new SAE 30 in there. New air filter, had one laying around. And that's all I did was the air filter and then the carb. But, you know, that was $5 on the air filter. Actually, it was one I had for free, but that's a different topic. Spark plug cleaned. Runs good. Runs good. Self-propelled works. I did adjust it, so I adjusted it here. And then the only other thing is, it seems like sometimes the wheels don't unlock properly. I'm not too familiar with these. I know on the Hondas there's a ratcheting mechanism. I didn't take this apart. I don't know if I really want to get into it, because sometimes those have a lot of springs and keyways. It's easy to lose stuff. And I've already almost lost the bail lever and then another rubber piece from when I took the carb off. And I'll probably just sell it as is. Self-propelled works, the personal pace works. It's just when you go to pull it back, sometimes it sticks. So I did check the transmission, the cable. So when I've had that before, it's important to check the cable, see if it's rusted or frayed. And the spring assembly, the transmission does drop, it pivots. So it kind of pivots down to disengage, and then when you engage it, it pulls up. So it's not that. My guess is, because it's been sitting, the grease kind of got gunky in that ratcheting mechanism, whatever they use on Toro. Anyways, not a bad find. Free from the neighbor. I'm into it for, let's say, 10 bucks, air filter, oil, and about an hour and a half, 2 hours of my time, some pressure washing. Only other thing that's weird, so I tried to find this, and I looked up the model number, and this engine cover is definitely not the right engine cover. I don't know if this is the right engine or if it was replaced. I really can't figure that out because I think this is newer. The mower is actually newer, but this is an older motor. It's from 06 by the date code. And I'm not sure what's going on because this is definitely not the right cover. It said Craftsman here, and I cut that sticker off because it looked weird to say Craftsman when it's obviously a Toro. But it actually runs fine. It runs perfect, starts right up. Not too bad. I've had pretty good luck selling these for 100 to 150. Doesn't have the bag. I listed at 125. If I talk to the neighbor who gave it to me, I'll ask him, hey, by any chance do you have the bag? Because then it'll go faster. Anyways, hope that helps somebody. Main thing is, if you're going to store something a long time, don't just run it out of gas. Drop the bowl on the carb because there was no gas in here, but the carb was all gummed up and kind of nasty. Thanks again.